Now let us go to the poem Piano. Piano, it is written by D.H. Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence is famous for his novel Lady Chatterley's Lover, and also he was famous for his poem The Snake, and he is worldwide, he was prized worldwide. Now let us see the first stanza. Softly in the dusk a woman is singing to me. And here the poet is narrating his experience, and also he is using present tense in this. Softly in the dusk. Dusk means twilight. Twilight means in the evening. In the evening, before the dark comes, dusk, a woman is singing to me, taking me back down the vista view. It means taking the poet back to the childhood of years, till I see a child sitting under the piano. And here the imagination, the poet himself goes to the childhood days by hearing the song of that lady. A woman is singing, and by hearing that, the poet is taken to his childhood. He remembers, and he was sitting down the piano in the boom of tingling strings from the sounds of that piano, and pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. And she was singing, also she was taping her hands and her foot according to the music. And here you see the rhyme scheme, the end of this, me, see, it is called a rhyme scheme, rhyming words, me, see, and strings and sings. These are called rhyming words. And the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, B. So the rhyming words in these sentences are me and see. And see, strings and sings. And the rhyme scheme is A, B, B. And another thing, here we have we have to see one more word in this. Onomatopoeia. What is the meaning of onomatopoeia? It is the sound that made by the things. The sounds made by the things. So from piano, the sound comes like boom. From the strings, that too, the strings are also making tingling noises. Strings are making tingling noises. The total music comes out as boom. So these two are called onomatopoeia. Tingling. Boom and tingling are the onomatopoeia. And I am writing here boom and tingling. You will have questions from this. That is why I am giving you here. And these two. And what about the figure of speech? Is there any figure of speech? No. Let us see in the next part. Now let us see the next stanza. In spite of myself, the insidious mastery of song. That means insidious, spreading gradually. Insidious mastery of song. Instead of myself, the poet forgets himself, and the melody and the song played by the lady is changing him and changing himself. The mastery of song betrays me back. Betrays me, then shows the sign of a. So that means he himself is identified. His inner heart is identified from that song, till the heart of me weeps to belong. Till the heart of me weeps to belong. That means the poet himself is weeping and thinking of his childhood. To the old Sunday evenings at home with winter outside. Here he says that it is winter. The season is winter, and he is remembering his old Sunday evenings. Old Sunday evenings, and hymns in the cozy parlor and the tingling piano our guide. And cozy, that means cozy means comfortable. Comfortable parlor. Parlor means sitting place. Singing hymns. Hymns means it is a kind of song with a melody. Parlor and a tingling piano outside. By hearing the song of that lady, the poet is taken to the childhood, and also by hearing that noise, hearing that music, he himself weeps. And here also song, belong, outside, and guide are the rhyming words, and here also we have AABB. Okay, AABB. Now the third stanza. Now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamor. Clamor means confused state. Clamor, confused state. Confused state it is. Clamor. With the great black piano appassionato. Appassionato. What is appassionato? It is a particular piece of music. Particular piece of music. The glamour. Glamour means attraction. Attraction. No. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamor. That means we need not confuse by hearing that music with the great black piano appassionato. From the piano, a particular kind of music is coming out. From that, we need not confuse. And it attracts the poet, and he takes the poet into his childhood. Of childhood days is upon me, and he feels himself a child by hearing that song. But my manhood is cast down the flood of remembrance. Flood of remembrance. That means he is going on remembering all his past days and about his childhood days. I weep like a child for the past. He is just weeping about the past, because the past will not come back again. So he is weeping like a child. Now again, here also we have the rhyming words. Clamor and glamour. Cast and past. Rhyming words. Rhyming words. Clamor and glamour. Cast and past. And we have one more here, the figure of speech, the flood of remembrance. Remembrance is coming like a flood. It is the figure of speech is metaphor. And what is metaphor? We have already dealt with. Metaphor is implied simile. Implied simile. Metaphor is implied simile. And flood of remembrance. The remembrance is coming like a flood. And another one, the weep like a child. Like a child. Like a child. There is like. So this one is simile. Simile, in simile we have, if there is as or like, it is called simile. If there is no, when there is one comparison, but there is no as or like, it is called metaphor, implied simile. Okay. Let us see the questions given at the back of the poem. First, the child mentioned by the poet is. The child mentioned in by the poet is, options are given: A, the poet's child, a child on the roadside, the poet himself, the singer's child. From the poem, what do you understand by the poem? The poem is, the poet is narrating his own experiment by hearing the song, and so he himself goes back to the childhood. So the poet himself is the correct answer. So the option is C, the poet himself. The poet himself. The second one, the poet had spent his Sundays dash. The poet had spent his Sundays dash, playing games, singing hymns, sleeping, weeping. What will be the answer for this? Singing hymns. B, option B, singing hymns. What is the poet reminded on hearing the woman's song? What is the poet reminded on hearing the woman's song? By hearing the woman's song, he goes back to his childhood. So the answer is childhood. When you write the answer, write in full sentence. The poet is reminded on hearing the woman's song to the childhood. What does the poet relish more, his manhood days or his childhood days? And the question itself, we have the answer. More his manhood or his childhood. He reminded of his childhood, so that is the answer. Now identify the rhyme scheme of the poem. That's what we have seen when we learned the poem. It is A, B, B. A, B, B. Now the next question is, which tense is used frequently in the poem? What effect is brought out by this technique? Which tense is used frequently? That we have already seen while learning the poem, that the present tense is used very often, and thus present tense is used very often. But the answer for the second question is, what effect is brought out by this technique? The technique is narrative. It is narrative. And in other words, we can say it is dramatic, because the poet narrates his experience himself. Now the next question is, pick out two onomatopoeic words from the poem. Onomatopoeic, we have already seen that the sounds made by the things has got words. That's what we have seen in this poem. That is boom and tingling. Boom and tingling. Boom. It is a sound made by the music itself, by the piano, and the tingling is the sound made by the strings of the piano. Pick out a line which contains an alliteration. What is alliteration? In the sentence, if there is two words which starts from the consonant sounds, the same consonant sounds, if there is betrays me back, this is in the second paragraph, second line, till the heart of me weeps to belong. Because in the question they asked us to find out the line, so that is why I am writing the total line. It is betrays and belong. They too start with the consonant sounds, so they are called alliterations. If they ask only the words, you can very well write only these two words. According to the question asked, you have to give the answer. My manhood is cast down in the flood of remembrance. The last line of the poem is given. The question is, the figure of the speech in this line is dash. Simile, metaphor, personification. we have already seen this. The figure of speech applied in this line is metaphor. What is metaphor? Again I am reminding you, metaphor is implied simile. So the flood of remembrance. Like a flood, he remembers all his childhood days. Like flood, it is coming over and over. So it is compared with flood. The remembrance is compared with flood. In October 2012, the question number 40, section 4, part 3, the poem 40, question number 40. Softly in the dusk, a woman is singing to me, taking me back down the vista of years. And it is appreciation questions. A. Who is the singer? Who is the singer here? The singer is a woman. When you write the question, the singer is a woman. If you give the singer is a woman is the answer for that. What does the word vista means? What does the word vista means? So you must be very careful, and you must know the vocabulary of this poem also. So don't forget to read the whole poem and know the meanings for hard words. It is a vista. The word vista means view or range. View or range. Vista of years, and he is taken, the poet is taken back to his childhood. That the view of that years is mentioned here. The question number 48. I weep like a child. Name the figure of speech. What is the figure of speech? What will be the figure of speech here? There is like. It is the comparison, and there is like also. The figure of speech is simile. Simile. In April 2013, question number 41. Softly in the dusk, a woman is singing to me. And it is also another appreciation question. When is the woman singing to the poet? When is the woman singing to the poet? In the line itself, you have the answer. In the dusk, the woman is singing in the dusk. The woman is singing in the dusk. Question number 45. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamor with the great black piano appassionato, the glamour. The question asked in this one is, pick out the rhyming words. Pick out the rhyming words. We have already seen that rhyming words are clamor and glamour. Just write clamor and glamour. That's enough to get 1 mark. Okay.